Hello and welcome to C3 Streamland. So in this video, we are going to see how we can use base-10 blocks to understand something like measurements. So when you are teaching your children about how to measure something in centimeters or meters, or even if let's say if you are trying to talk about how we can calculate the area of certain figure, maybe to some extent we can use base-10 blocks to help them visualize how these lengths or areas look like. For example, as you can see, I have cubes over here, multiple cubes over here, and if you measure by ruler, the length of each cube is around 1 centimeter. So you can visually actually create length of 5 centimeters or 7 centimeters, and that can visually just help children see how 7 centimeters look like rather than a number on a ruler. We can also compare, like we can also put rods back to back together to do 10-20 centimeters like that. So this is 32 centimeters. That's how 32 centimeters, that's how long 32 centimeters look like. Now if your children are a little older and then they know how to talk in meters, as you know that 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So that means if I put 10 rods back to back together, and now my table is not that big, so I'll just try to put 1 2 3 4 5 rods, and I can say that since this is 50 centimeters, this length is half a meter long. Now using this, now I can create different types of lengths over here. So let's see, if I have to create 0.34 meters, 0.34 meters, so I can simply create 0.3 meters, right, like this, and then 4 blocks, and that's how my 0.34 meters look like. Sometimes this can be used, you can use it to do the arithmetic operations when it comes to distances, different measurements that can be used, but for that you will need some understanding with decimal number system as well. It will be hard to visually show how 1 kilometer looks like, but we can have an idea with 100 centimeters, which is 1 meter, and then we can take it from there. We can create a fraction of kilometer. Another fun thing that you can do is find the edge and see what would be the area that this covers. So let's say if there is a field with 10 centimeters of each side is 10 centimeters, then what would be the area of this particular square? And visually, as you can see, I can fit a plate in it. So we can call a plate as a square centimeter, and that will be 10 square centimeters. That will be the area of that particular field. You can give it a different names also, like let's assume this is 10 meter long, and then you can say that this is 10 square meters long. So you can play with your analogies over here, and this will be a great help for children to visually see how area look like and how to find the area for certain place when you know side and or length or breadth. So let's say if I have 20 centimeters over here and 10 over here, or let's say if we have 12 centimeters over here. Now you can play with how we can fit the area. So let's create a block on both sides. So 12 centimeters over here. I know I am challenging myself, but let's see how we can determine the area. Now all we have to do is fill in this particular empty space or gap. I can easily fill it with 2 plates, as you can see over here. But then this is not enough. So now I will need some more, and maybe I can make a use of rods to fill in this. And now all I have to do is calculate this to find the area of the square. So you can take some time, you can do some iterations, and Venus blocks can definitely help students understand simple problems with measurements and areas to some certain extent. introduction is definitely possible. So that is another use of Linus blocks, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you keep exploring.